Here, let's all sit straight and close our eyes. Om. 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 Sahana bhavatu, sahanau bunattu, saha viryam karavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu mavid vishavahaihi. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om, all of you. And I request all of you to keep your chat box available. That's the only way we can interact, because we have about 260 participants. You know, if everybody start talking, there will be a lot of commotion, confusion. But I want you to interact with me using the chat box. So you've all said Hari Om, so let's not post Hari Om and all of that now in the chat box. Let us talk about something which we are going to learn today. It's about a very, very important program that I'm doing today. I'll take about an hour or so.
It's 2 o'clock.
We will explore with a lot of questions from your side so that we can learn something, work together and learn something. So the first and foremost thing is why this program, what we are trying to do today. It is about one of the very, very, very beautiful initiative. It was introduced in way back in, I should say, in 2009. It was introduced in 2009 in Education Cell, about how teachers can develop the spirit of inquiry skills. Inquiry, one is with ENQUIRY. What is the difference? Anybody know? Any English teachers here? What is the difference between inquiry and inquiry? So one which starts with I, other one starts with E. Can somebody post it in the box? What are the difference between the two? Any idea? We say EN, inquiry, starting with E. There is another one, IN also. What is the difference between the two things? Any idea? No, I've not thought about it. So I will tell you what briefly I have understood. Though in the context in English now, they are using both of them. They're not showing any big difference. Can I have all the videos on, please? Let everybody have the videos on so that I know at least you're watching, listening and other things. So let's not have the videos put off unless you have some bandwidth problem and stuff like that. Let us have the video. So it will be very nice to see your this. Yeah, inquisitives is inquiry. Inquiry is asking something very brilliant. Dhanalakshmi ma'am says inquiry is asking something. Inquiry is act of asking for information. No, I just differ from that. Inquiry, Pushya Prasad says it very, very correctly. INQIIO is investigation. Absolutely correct. See, when I'm going somewhere, I'm inquiring, where is the way, how should I turn my right, how might I turn my left, which way is my house? So that is inquiry, EN, there we use EN. But where I'm investigating something, I'm trying to find out what could have happened. I'm trying to look at it and see, understand what is he trying to say, what is behind his words, where we are investigating something that is used with I. So here we are going to talk about inquiry. INQURY is the Samshodhan program, which I'm going to give you a little brief about it. And then we see it is an actionable program. This is not a katha or a story that you're going to listen and okay, ho gaya, finished, relax. No, we want you to implement it in your school. And I'm telling you, it is going to be the need of the hour. And before all other schools are waking up, Chinmaya schools have started this work. As I told you, it was introduced in 2009. When we had the Parivartan program, the program was conducted in Pune, Kolwan. Swamini Amma had conducted this program, and Parivartan is about bringing a change in our Vidyalayas. How we can change the Vidyalayas, how we can bring in an improvement in the Vidyalaya. That was the program about it. And in that, this aspect was brought in very, very big way. The importance of how we can take research work in our schools was introduced there. Unfortunately, there are a couple of schools, not even 4 or 5 schools are taking it forward. Now, some of them are trying, but then it is not happening very effectively. So this program we are doing, it's a lot of work from our side to follow up with you, but I'm willing to help all of you. Every single teacher here, we will assist you and support you, but we want you to take up this initiative as at the earliest. So that is a very, very reason. This is a very important program. It's a very important program. What I'm going to do in the next 1 hour is something trying to make you understand how research is important in our schools. And can anybody tell me, why do you think research is important for teachers? Put it in the chat box. Why do you think research work is important for teachers? Whatever you feel like, you can write down. Why do you think research is needed for teachers? Self-improvement, very, very beautiful. Asha ji says, Kunnamparam. And to keep updated, very beautiful. To know more, to update, self-improvement, keep updated, stay updated, upgrade ourselves, to find new one, better understanding, self-development program, to be the learners, all of that is very, very beautiful. Develop thinking skills, innovating teaching things, better experience. All of this is very beautiful. Self-introspection, it is very data. Detect status, Padma Kolar, it's a brilliant thing. You're saying that detecting status and finding out the current issues, working on it. All of you have given it, hit it on the nail, I should say. That is the purpose of research work. Why do we take up research work then? Research is about finding out, getting a new knowledge. By doing some investigation, you're getting a new knowledge. That is what all about research is. And I have to tell you this, the new education policy is talking about research work taken up by teachers. 50 hours of a training program, professional development. In that part of it is research work to be taken up by teachers. It's there already, and it is going to come on to all the schools. You are going to wait and see now. Next session, they are going to, CBSE is working on it, and they're going to tell you each school should take up research work and upload it. This is going to happen, believe me. So we are getting ready. Already this was given to us. Vidyalaya Improvement Program, when it was done, the Parivartan program, we know there are various things in our schools. We are doing well. Chinmaya schools are doing well, most of them. And of course, there are little issues here, there. But there is always an opportunity to do better than what we are doing. Do you agree with me? Do you agree with me? Whatever we are doing, we can do better than what we are doing. And every school has got its own structure, its own best practices, its own beautiful things. But there are always, its own problems are also there. Very specific problems are there with each schools also. So how do we work on it? Is the ownership of these problems, solving this, coming out a solution, lies only with the principal, or the teachers can also help the school in plugging in these problems and improving upon? Think about it. Is it only the principal who has to solve the problem, or maybe the management, or maybe the vice principal together, principal and vice principal, or it is about the teachers also? If there is a school where we have about 40, 50 teachers and everybody taking ownership of it and identifying, okay, this is the problem, how to work on it. If they work on it, do you think that the school will have a fantastic growth and development? Because multiple people are thinking. Not one person is thinking, not one person is correspondent is thinking, or the principal is thinking. You have a team of 50, 40 people thinking together. That brings in the vibration, in the dynamism in the school. Wherever schools stagnate, I always say people have stopped thinking. That is the reason why schools are stagnating. Wherever people are thinking what more I should do. Oh, this is good, but then what else I can do? What more can be attempted? There you see the dynamism, and we are all blessed with that. Each one of you, I don't say only the principals have the capacity to think. Each one of us in our own way have the dynamism to think. We have potential to think how to work on things. We are already aware of it, and we only takes a little initiative to take charge of things and then do it. It is an empowerment program for the staff members. You are taking the ownership of the school and you are empowering yourself to think about how should I handle this. Okay. Now, quickly, I want you to write. Don't worry about some of the principals are here. Don't worry whether they are watching you or not. I just want you to post something very, very, needs attention in your school. Don't worry. I don't want your name of the school, but you can just mention it. What needs attention? Like I can tell you, some schools may be having a spoken English may be a problem. Some school, the senior children discipline may be a problem. Late coming may be a problem. Or the uniform, maybe children are not wearing, may be a problem. Or parents could be interfering with the school, may be a problem. Every school has its own different problem. I want you to just post out one problem in this chat box so that we just go through. Spoken English, yes, spoken English majority. Playground with all safety gears, yes. Clarity in communication, better relation with parents, English, space constraint, spoken English, arrival time. We can see a lot of people, process clarity, clarity of process, discipline, comprehensions, transport issue. You can see the number of problems that we have in our own, even our own Vidyalayas and schools and all of that. So now how are we going to take up for us? Now I have thought of, one problem which I felt in our school where I still continue to help them as a director, academics and administration. So we faced one problem. You know what is the problem? We have, how many schools? We all offer 3 languages. Most of the CBSE languages offer 3 languages. English is compulsory. Then second language they do maybe Hindi, Tamil, Sanskrit, or French, or Malayalam, whatever may be. And then they are doing one third language also. They are doing one third language. If Hindi is taken second language, they do third language as Sanskrit. If second language is French, they do third language is Hindi. One thing I realized is children are very good in their mother tongue. Do you agree with me? Children speak very well in the mother tongue. All of us know that, right? Because it's been cultured, nurtured from home level itself. They speak mother tongue very, very beautifully. They have no problem. And most of us want children to speak in English. We stress on English. So majority of children speak English well. And of course, you mentioned spoken English is a problem in some of the areas, some schools. But if you take the third language, children study Sanskrit, French. Are they ever able to speak in French, or are they ever able to speak in English? But speak in Sanskrit. The third language that they study, they are never able to speak. They get 90% marks. They get full marks in the board examination. They come out successfully, but they cannot speak very, very well in that language. So this was a concern which we took it up. I'm just going to show you one small presentation on how the teachers of French, Sanskrit, teachers themselves said, we want our children to speak in French and Sanskrit because we are offering it as a third language. We are going to see how it can be worked out. Why can't children speak in French and Sanskrit, though they are studying? They are studying from class 4, 5th standard onwards, they are studying. Finish 10th standard, but they can't speak a line of French or they can't speak a line of Sanskrit. You think about it. But the board has given these languages as they want the children to speak up the spoken language, communication skill, and writing skill, and reading skills. It's all the 3 are important according to the board. But we are doing partially the written part. We are somehow managing. We give the best questions and then they mug up answers and write it and they get good marks, then pass out. But actually the language is not fulfilled there. Why do you say when it's a language? Language should be used for communication. No. Suppose I have to talk to you. I'm talking to you in English. Then I have to communicate. You should understand. It's a union between the 2 minds. Unless I'm able to speak. I lived in Jamshedpur for a long time. So I can speak in Hindi. I can speak in Hindi because I can make people understand. And I am a Tamilian by birth. So I can speak Tamil. Now, if I learn French for some reason and I pass exams, should I not be able to speak in that language also? Only then it's complete. The language learning is complete only when you are able to communicate. So this was taken as a task and I'm going to show you what they did with it, how they did. This is a problem. The Sanskrit teachers and the French teachers felt very, very difficult that children are not talking. Though we are teaching, they are not talking. What do we do? I said, why don't you take up a research? Why don't you research and find out why children are not talking? And here is what I'm going to show you, how they took up that research and what happened, how they went about it is what I'm going to show. There are a lot of stories. Can you see my screen? I've shared a Word document, PDF document. Can you see it? You see. So this is the title. So they identify. Now what do? 4 of them got together. There are 4 teachers, 2 French teachers and 2 Sanskrit teachers. 4 of them got together. They said, let us make a title for the research. What is the research? What is the challenges that children are facing in picking up oral communication skills when they are studying a language? So these 4 of them, Ten Mori and Vanilla ma'am belong to the French department. Sajeev sir and Srija Kumari belong to the Sanskrit department. These 4 people wanted to solve it. Why should principal solve it? Why should the correspondent solve the problem? We are very happy when the marks are there. But as a language, when you teach, unless only children learn the communication, that should be the task of the teacher. You should be able to make the children speak also. So they took up this project. And then they also inform of this information that they have to give. All these structures are there, formats are there, and we can send it across to you. So they name of the teacher and what is the experience. They are preparing a research paper. So they did all of this. And then they made a content paper. I'm not going to cover. Then they talk about the introduction. What is the introduction? They talk about why are they doing this? I don't want you to read it. I'm just going to go through it quickly and then give you the parameters for various other programs that you can do. Now, they said, what is the need for this research? Why am I doing this research? Because they are saying in our school, we find out that children are not speaking. They're in CARS, students learn from grade 5, but on an average, they spend 3-4 years and then they study, but they do not speak. So that is the reason they have identified. And the language has to be learned fully, completely, only when they speak the language also, it is fulfilled. So the objective is not fulfilled, so they are taking that. And what is the objective of the research program they are going to do? The objective of the research program is they want why they are not talking. What are the difficulties that children are facing? What are the challenges that children are facing in having verbal communication, especially with reference to these two languages? And also find out solution. See, this is a very important point. How will I find out the solution for it so that it can be implemented? What happens, you think about it, when suppose somebody takes up a research connected with their own work. This is with their day-to-day thing. They were teaching classes, French and Sanskrit in the school, and they were getting good marks. Children are flying colors, they are passing, but they are not able to speak that language. So it's a concern for them. And they are taking up a research, finding out why they're not doing it. And then they're trying to come out with a beautiful solution, list of solutions, and they're going to implement it. And then what will happen? Children will pick up the verbal language because there's a research done by them and they are going to implement it in their own classes, you see, and only with the approval of the principal, they are going to take up this action, and then the spoken language improve. Do you get my point? That is what is that. So now this is the objective. One is what are the challenges? Second is what are the solutions? And then they also writing what are the methodology they are going to do for this particular research. So they selected 40 students, grade 10, who are studying French and Sanskrit, and then they made a survey to those children and asked them questions. They got the answers, and then they prepared a survey from them. And they also got some experts. See, they got experts. One excellent teacher of Sanskrit is a national awardee, and they spoke to him and asked him also his opinion. Why are children not speaking? What is the problem? And there is one experienced French teacher. They collected data. This is a methodology. You can follow any method. You can have interviews, you can do collective survey, or you can talk one-on-one. Whatever is the best method, you can do up to you. There's also flexibility there. And so what is the process they did? They carried out the structure research work, and they made a Google form and then sent it, and then the thing. And what did they do? It was a pandemic time, so they are mentioning that we had to do online survey only. They are mentioning the online survey. And what is the reliability data? So they're mentioning that Google form was done, so nobody could touch anything. They could not edit it. Now inputs there, we got the inputs as it is, and then we got it as a mail, the reports, some of the responses we received. These are all why the reliability of them and how they utilize the data. These are all not necessary to write, but I'm just explaining how they have gone about it to give you an idea of that. And so now what did they do? They gave a survey. What was the question? First question, how many languages are you able to communicate in? So these 40 children gave a survey. The survey form is attached in the appendix. We don't put too many contents in the main research paper. We put it at as an appendix. So you see the diagram here shows that 41 points, children are saying that they are learning 3 languages. There's only 1 language communication. How many languages are you able to communicate in? There are 10% of children, they say we can communicate in only 1 language. And there are 29.3, they are saying we can communicate in more than 3 languages. This 41, the yellow color is they can communicate in 3 languages. And the red color is 20% is saying you got to understand the pie chart. And immediately below, they are interpreting the data. They're writing that the data, that 1/3 of our correspond, 41%, they are also talking about, they are talking about this 41% of the people. It's almost 40% of them are able to speak in more 3 languages. Half of them, they are interpreting what the pie chart says here. And then they are going to the next question. Which language you communicate at home? And you can see 80% say we communicate in mother tongue, and 20% say in English. And there are people who are some other language they are using. And then they again write the interpretation of the data. This is what their finding is. And then that goes question by question. They are asking, are you able to speak fluently in mother tongue? And how many people say yes. Every question, they put it as a chart, and then they also interpret the data. It goes on. And have you ever attempted to speak in language other than mother tongue? 90% say we have made an attempt. It's not the children are not making an attempt. There are 10% who say no, we have not attempted also. So all this, whenever they are doing, every question is analyzed, every kind. And then also trying to find out what books they are reading. You can see that 58.5% of them are all reading novels. They are all reading novels. They're just trying to find out what language novels they are reading, what poetry they are reading, what play they are reading, and then putting the, connecting it with the interpretation of the data. And how many books you read in a week. It's up to you to choose appropriate questions. And what is the language that children read the books? And in CIRS, we got 100% of them are reading English books. They're not reading any other book. Even mother tongue reading is not very easy for children. We found out that they're all reading only in English in CIR. This is very specific to Chinmaya International School. I don't have to worry about it. It may vary from school. And then they're asking about the second language. What is your second language? And then are you, what languages you've studied? They're asking. And then how many years you have studied these languages? You can see that more than 4 years, 68% of them have been learning this language. And then what is that? So this is a very important question. What is the medium of language teacher is using while teaching in the class? They're also checking about themselves. And you can see that 78% children are saying they are using English and the Sanskrit, or English and French. Because in the classroom, they're not using completely in French. They're not speaking completely in Sanskrit. They're offering English also, supporting it with English. Are you able to communication? There are few people who say, 70% say, no, we can't talk in our second language. We don't know how to talk in our Sanskrit or French that we learn. So why are you not speaking? Then they are asking the next question. They can say that some of them saying, I can just manage. And there are 10% who say, I don't even try talking. And then there are people who are saying, 30% of them saying, we have difficulty in communication. We are not able to speak the language, though we know some language aspect, we cannot speak. And do you think it should start from a lower classes? Many people said, yes, you could have started, the language could have started in a very, very earlier classes. And then they interpret the data, and then they are going on with that. It is, they are also asking children whether there could be separate class for verbal communication alone. 90% say yes. It's not enough only the teaching the textbook classes is enough. We need also verbal communication classes. This is given there. And then do you think it is teaching in the only teaching Sanskrit, only teaching in the teacher should speak only in Sanskrit, teacher should speak only in French? Will that help? You can see 70% of them say yes. Unknowingly, teachers are offering alternate languages. While teaching Sanskrit, teachers are using so many English words, the children are not able to learn the language completely. And then we could have a textbook also needs to have communication skills. Many people have said, yes, textbooks also should have communication. So this many, you can see there are 17 questions they rolled out to 40 children, and they got the responses by Google form, and they have sat down and analyzed it together, and they're coming out with interpretation. This is mainly, they've understood the reasons. One is teachers should speak in the class fully in Sanskrit, not in only in French and not in English. Alternative should be avoided. And there should be communication periods, classes should be given in the language. And also on the textbook itself, we can give some assignments so that this. So they put all the findings. These are all the findings that they have done, that the textbooks are not of help. The textbooks are not helping children to speak language. Verbal communication, there is no help in the textbook. So they are all finding out all of this together, and then comes out with a plan of action. They're coming out with a plan of action. They're saying we should have a language club as a hobby club, storytelling in that language. French story should be shared, Sanskrit story should be shared with children. Language-based games can be conducted, crossword puzzles, poem, simple conversations, vocabulary. These are all come out by the session. One class per week should be used only for speaking skills, and they should also be allowed to read, enrich vocabulary, books like whatever Sanskritam, Chanda Mama, all that, they are talking about all of this. Technology can be used in communication skills. They can play some recordings of people who can hear because listening and communication are connected with each other. I don't know how many of you know that. Writing and reading are connected, very closely linked to each other. Somebody who reads books writes well, but one who hears a lot of good English, if you hear, you will speak good English. If you hear good Hindi, you will speak good Hindi. Hearing, listening, and speaking are interconnected. So we can play some videos, and classroom activities, role plays, comedy strips can be introduced, and listening of given more importance in the primary level, and guest lectures can be arranged. Teachers to use French and Sanskrit to communicate with the students. See, this is all very simple. They have done it, and then they're given a conclusion. They're also talking about it. National education policy is giving a lot of stress to language speaking, spoken languages. So it is very important. This survey helped us to find out the difficulties. They also look for they're writing about how they can go about. And finally, they also end with the limitation. There could have been some limitations. There are some of the questions children did not respond. That could be possible. And it was all no face-to-face was not done. Limitation of the research. Probably they could have reached even the 9th standard children. Anything can come as a limitation. And scope is, you should try out this plan of action for 6 months and can be assessed again. A survey can be the research can be done to understand where they are going. And then they have to study some literature also. Before they start up with the work, they study some literature, what is happening to mother tongue, how children learning languages in children. So these are all to be given in the bibliography. This was read in this research, what was done, this article was read, this article wasn't. We have to give the credits to people with whom we are studying the research work before taking research, whatever is done. So this article they have done in Google, they have to give the complete idea what they have read. Problems faced by students in speaking English also they have taken, that also they read through. And you can see all this literature review was done. They also studied the national education policy to show what is the scope for spoken language in the policy. So all this was done, and also in the appendix they are adding this questionnaire that was given. They added the 17 questions that were given, that was also displayed in the they've taken suggestions as an email, but till 17 they were taken as a questionnaire. And they've also put the answers. What are the suggestions? These are all children given by suggestions are given by children. The survey, the respondee has given all of these responses. We could have extra classes for communication. These are suggestions that they got in the mail. So they put all of them in the appendix. And also you can see how many suggestions that has come from children. And they also put one of the student, they talk in a feedback. She got 100% marks in class 10 in Sanskrit, this girl. And she's writing that we used to spoken Sanskrit only due we listen to spoken Sanskrit in class, not otherwise. It's a challenge. She says nobody else speaks in Sanskrit, that's why we are not getting. And they are also taking that we are more comfortable in speaking mother tongue. We take it as a subject and not as a language. Sanskrit is a subject and they are not considering it as a language. It's a very, very sweet response from the student. She's saying it's like a subject, maths is scoring money, language also Sanskrit, I want to get marks. But she cannot speak Sanskrit. She says she's got 100% in mathematics Sanskrit, but she says I cannot speak. We do not make efforts also. She's writing, I do not make conscious efforts to learn the communication. In Sanskrit, prefer learning as an ancient. They think it's an old language, not needed learn. And in the class, speaking should be compulsorily made. These are all suggestions given by a student. And what Mr. Ranganathan, Dr. Ranganathan, the teacher, best teacher award, who got what mails he sent. He has also written, the teacher sent us the email evidence that the Srija ma'am from CRS has sent a letter, said we are working on a project, your inputs will be helpful, can you tell us? And he has sent a beautiful Word file saying why, attached file, he gave so much of inputs to them saying how it could be done. And this was the suggestions made by Dr. Ranganathan. He's given all of this, why children are not talking and why the strategies. These are the two objectives they had. What are the challenges and what is the solution? Both he has given. And they're also quoted education policy and another French teacher who has also given all the solutions they have given. And then at the end, they put the acknowledgement. They're saying it's a collective work done by the team. We will expand our guidance to our director. I was with them all the time, helping them how to go about it. And so they have thanked me also, and also to the IT department and the principal who has also encouragement and support throughout. So there ends the report. And this was I sent it to Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth University. They have marked it as one of the very, very good surveys done, very clear, objective, and they've graded it as A, grade A, and we have issued certificate to them. And we do issue certificates to all those who do research work. We put on a tabular column, we mark them, your objective is clear, your conclusion is good, your survey questions are okay, it could be better, all that we do. Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth has got, all of them are doctorates there. All of them have done research, so they voluntarily help us. And many times I send the research papers to them and they correct it and they give the grades. And the grade signed by Swami Swarupananda, head of the Chinmaya mission, is awarded to the teacher. This is about the Samshodhan work. And how many people are doing? I know only 4 or 5 schools are taking it up. Nobody else does it. We are suggesting that every alternative year you take. If you find it is too much, you can take every alternative year. The research can be taken up. Not necessary every year. But you are all capable of doing it. You think about the problems in your own subject. You can take it in your own subject. Or you can take it in your own school. It may be, as I told you, late coming, or the no discipline, or the senior students are indisciplined, or you could have anything in the classes. Class control is poor in some of the classes, or there is, like, you can say that the even the instructions given by you, somebody had placed it here. Am I not audible now? Somebody is writing, Kavita Arora, am I audible? I don't know why she says you're not audible. Yeah. So language, you start from, that part is a research work which I had shown you. You can take up any research work. This is when I found it as a very, very simple research we did. Chinmaya International School, every alternative year, they take it up, and I ensure that they take it up. And this year, 10 research papers were taken up. 1 very, very interesting topics people have taken. There's one department which I really loved that topic also. Can't children learn on their own? Our teachers have to be self-directed learning. Is how much is it conducive? Are children capable of learning on their own? So that was very beautiful. They made children learn out a chapter in mathematics by themselves, and then they asked them questions to find out whether they've learned it properly or not, whether they have understood what is the problem, what is was one research 5 teachers had done. And there was another teacher, a commerce teacher, had taken up consumer awareness on during online shopping. See, we keep on buying in Amazon and this and all of that. Are we aware how to go about checking whether what is reliable, how it is reliable, what is happening, and what are the precautions that one has to take about online purchases and all of that? That was done by one group of teachers. They did it with the class 12 students. And then the music dance teachers took up a beautiful project saying, why are children not taking music and dance as their career? See, very important. Nobody wants to become a music as a career. They do math, music, they do dance, but they think it is only a hobby. It's not needed for my life earning or learning, whatever may be the reasons. Why are they not taking up that as a career? That was another beautiful project taken up by the music teachers and the dance teachers. And another group had taken up a project on how much of carbon footprints, our changing lifestyle, can we reduce the carbon footprints? So they went to, they did not use our students only, they used outsiders. They asked them how many, what are the gadgets you have at home? What do you do with the spoiled mobile, spoiled, computers, laptop? What do you do with that? What is the e-waste? How is it handled by them? And what is the kind of, how many air conditioners they have? How many cars they have? And then they analyzed it and then came out with that. If some people decide to have a simple lifestyle, we will be contributing to the environment, not damaging the environment. They came out with a beautiful solutions and make children take out, decision, pledge on that and all of that. So this is about how we can work on it. You can take a number of projects. Every year, I want at least schools to take alternatively. So we have 87 schools. At least 40 schools should submit 1 year. The next 40 can submit next year. So we correct it and we give it. Actually, these have to be kept in the library and they will have to be used. They have to use this project results, whatever, like this third language they have done. They have to take it up and do it. Try it out. How the third language communication improves or not, they have to take it up. So this is what is Samshodhan about. I have a presentation which takes you through the steps in Samshodhan, what all we have to do. I'm going to just quickly go through that. You please stop me if you have any questions, anything that you have questions, you can just stop me. I can answer these questions. I'm going to keep the chat box alive. Okay, this is the online program which we are doing for the Samshodhan, which I decided to take it up today more because I looked up the national education policy, and the research is a part of the professional development for teachers now. And CBSE is also working on it. I'm working with CBSE on an assignment there again. Research and innovations are going to be a key role in our schools. So I want you all to think about it and take it. So the visible, is the PPT visible to all of you? Yeah, can you answer? Is the PPT visible? I can show you thumbs if it is visible. Correct. Thank you. Now, this is the one. Research has to create new knowledge. It's a very important statement. You can think about it. We'll come out with a new knowledge. You see, blindly they have been taking Sanskrit and French for so many years. Now, this one project, it takes only 2 months, not more than 7 weeks. We clearly say the project, research project is only for 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 months, not more than that. It cannot go near 10 months you are doing the same research. It is only, this is a very simple research which education cell is asking you to do. It can be done only in 7 weeks time. That is what is the, and then see, they've got a new knowledge now. They themselves know now why Sanskrit and French is not spoken by children. So this is the new knowledge they have got. So aim and objective of Samshodhan is mainly to educate the educators. We are in the field of education. We need to develop ourselves professionally. So to improve the academic caliber of the teaching community, the overall standard will improve. You see, your standard will be improved. And there's a beautiful logo created by Swamini Amma for the Samshodhan. It's a microscopic view with Gurudev's Om. You can see how Amma has done it so beautifully. Amma comes out very, very beautifully in that. There's somebody is asking questions. Why third language is not taken into account? Unlimited periods are allotted. That's up to you to decide what you want to achieve through the third language. Every school has got its own objective. Why you are doing third language? If the third language children are studying, I remember way back when the National Education Framework Policy came up, the third language was, I'm talking about 20-25 years ago when the third language was introduced. They said you can start it in 3rd standard or 4th standard and drop it in 8th standard. So those 5 years, children will pick up another language, and they will also be able to speak in that language. That was what is the idea, why they wanted the schools to take up this. That was the idea why they wanted to take up third language, but it has got lost now. We are only making children work on something, and then, you know, we are not taking the full aspect of the language part. Language is known only we can speak, you can understand, comprehend, and also write something about it. Write something in that language. Then only language learning is completed. So that's the question somebody has asked. Inculcate an attitude of research and study in the teachers and students. Unless we do research, children are not going to learn how to do research. So it's important we take up research work and involve the participation. And see, this is something very important. You are becoming a part of the school. When you are taking up a project, you want to improve something, so you are taking up, and that the school gets the benefit. School gets contributed so much, benefited by this. Let's talk about Samshodhan, then we can have the question on the languages. I just showed you an example of a project. Let's not get into third language and why English is not given much importance in NEP 2020. I can talk for about an hour on this, Anita. It is about, they are going back to the old system. Like we all studied in Tamil, mother tongue only, and nothing went wrong. Whereas English medium, when they are getting a kind of a only working towards marks and scores, and one group of children are getting deprived from the villages and all of that. They are getting completely deprived, and they feel low. They have low self-esteem because they can't speak English. That was not the idea. The government wants to have there are sparks and there are brilliant children even in our villages, even in our corporation schools, government schools, making English, giving only importance to English. English is also given importance as much as other languages. Mother tongue is given a huge importance, but I'm not going to talk further on that. I don't want to shift from the Samshodhan project. We will talk about it later. Okay, so this is something, the fourth point is the most important point. It is empowering the teachers. You are becoming a powerful tool in the school. You are not just becoming a salaried person getting salary and teaching that course syllabus and getting out of the school in the evening and making children get marks. That is not the purpose alone. You are working on it. How my children can speak also. How my children can learn on their own. Why can't children take music as a career? So you are becoming a party. You are taking ownership. So that is why this fourth point is the most important point. If a school needs to change, we need to have a team of teachers who are changing. Team of teachers who are taking ownership for the school. Oh, this school has got this problem. You can't say, principal should handle, correspondent should look into this. What can I do? No, you can do. You can contribute in your own way. So that is the idea of Samshodhan. And of course, you become highly professional. You see, the paper was written in such a professional manner. They not done any other research earlier, but they all get guidance and then they write so beautifully. You are developing the profession. And the Samshodhan suggests two kind of reports. That one is an individual research paper. Another is a group study research paper. In Chinmaya International School, we have done mostly the group study papers. Individual research paper, we have not taken up. If you alone want to do something, you can do also. It could have the same kind of references. Everything should be there. But only thing is, you have to submit it to the principal, and the principal should acknowledge it, saying that it is under the guidance of the principal. If you do a doctorate, you have a guide to do it. So the principal becomes the guide to guide you that, and you give the synopsis. And also you have to present the paper in front of the teachers. Once if you are doing an individual paper, you have to present it to the in front of the teachers and get it. They can ask you questions and all of that. So this, I'm going to share all of this with you, and you can. I forgot to record it. Let me 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So now that is the very important thing. So you can ask senior teachers can take it up on their own also. And it's nothing to do with your own subject also. You can do anything. You are an English teacher. You want to do some research on astronomy, you can do it. Nothing, we are not specifying only in your subject you have to do. Only in connected with that. So I want to stress more on the group study paper. So this is every alternative year you have to do. You have a maximum of 3 to 4, 5 teachers take it up and present. They should go through the processes necessary. And there are like examples I've given here also. Foul language on school campus, latecomers, parent interference, via parent support. How to get parent support can be a research work that can be done. How to get extracurricular activities. How to influence positive peer pressure in the school. How to have learning how children can learn during substitution class. It's all beautiful topics. You can think about it, what we can do. Level of physical fitness in teachers. Do teachers need physical fitness or not? These are all examples of topics we have given you. And they have to be presented as a these are all suggested, but even if you don't do that, you present it as a paper to us, we will be very happy to do that. So we suggest, now some of the principals are attending now. We have asked only 5 teachers attending the program here today. There may be more teachers. This presentation, if we can send it to you, you can conduct a workshop. The principals or the senior teachers can conduct a workshop to entire team of staff members and motivate them. That is what I did. I did this 3 years before. I did a presentation and telling them the importance of doing research, and from then onwards, we have every alternate year we have been producing research papers. First time we produced 12 papers. Last year we did it again 10 papers, and this year again 10 papers. Alternate years. We did in 21, we did in 19, and we did in 2017. 3 years, and we bind it as a book and bound and kept it in the school library. It is available, and the results are implemented. So you can work it out like that. You can conduct a workshop for the teachers. You want me to enlarge the screen? Okay, then I have to close it. 1 minute. Yeah. Can you see now? Yeah. This is empowering research. And then the information of the teacher. This is what I showed you. You write about the teacher, and then the title of the paper. What is your title? An introduction is the need, why you're doing the research you write. And then every paper you need to study something and come. Has anybody else done this research already? Am I the first one to do it? So you can do the review literature. Is reviewing the literature is very, very important, where you go and read the literature. Yeah, so this is about the review of literature. Review of literature is studies undertaken. Anybody else has done this study or not, you have to undertake. And then what is the methodology that I showed you? What are the simple procedures that you are following? You should show that. And then the study and the presentation, the detail. I have shown you an example. That's why I started with the example, because there's too much of content as there. I can ask our office to send it to all of you. You can take a look at it and you can conduct a workshop, and for your own teachers also, or at least those teachers who are attending, you should take it up. And analysis and interpretation, how you interpret the result, what is the result that is coming out, what are the questions that you are asking, what are the survey results are there. You can conduct a survey and work on the results. And conclusion should be written in the points of summary. You write it as a point of summary. This is what I did this research, I learned this much, we have got this many suggestions we are going to implement. And the last point that comes is the bibliography. What are all the references that you read, you have to mention. And what is this? This is about the group study paper. Again, you give the same section: statement of the issue, background information, study presentation, conclusion, recommended solution. It should follow by a recommended solution. And then how do we evaluate it? This is something which I want you to know. We evaluate the whole thing. So how do we evaluate it? So what we do is, these are the marks that are given for each title. You can see that the objective is written well. We give a mark. The objective is written well. Clear question. What is your research question? This is the evaluation criteria. What is the objective? 15 marks maximum. The literature review has 10 marks. And appropriateness of the choice of the method. And method was correctly applied in research. Adequate sample. You can't do the sample size can be 5 people you take and do the survey form. It's not acceptable. We say normally minimum of 30. 30 is said to be a good in statistics. Those who are teachers teaching statistics, 30 is said to be a good sample. We don't take less than 30. 30 members at least should be done. And in analyzing data tabulation, you can saw that they draw the graph. So appropriateness of the analytical method, whether that method is the pie chart is okay or not, whether they've done it, quality of analysis, how their results are tabulated, and are they interpreting the results? Everything, you see, every graph they have interpreted what is the understanding of the results from there, and presentation of the insights from the research. What are the actionable insights from the research? This I saw. There is one point which came out in that research I showed you. They are clearly saying that teachers can speak only in Sanskrit and French. So that's a very important insight they got, that they should not use. And they are also writing about the limit. Any research cannot be complete in all respects. There are some limitations are there. Sometimes you do research with a group of students, and you do with the 9th standard children, 10th standard children, the results may vary. So you should say that we used only class 10. Probably if I had used some more classes or 11th standard or the 10th standard, 9th standard children, the research would have been even more encompassing. Things like that you have to give a. And what is the suggestions for future research? What is the scope? What can be done? Further scope has to be given, and then you give the total. So each parameter, objective, I showed you, objective has got 15 marks. And what are we looking in objective? The clarity of the objective, utility of the objective, and it is in line with the Chinmaya vision. The Chinmaya vision program is very important. You can't do something which is of no use to the school. You take up things which are relevant to the school. A number of who are all going to get benefited by this. See, now this project which I showed you, if it is implemented and the results are good, how many children are going to be benefited? A lot of children will be benefited in the future years to come. So these are the parameters for objective. 15 marks are given. So we look into that. Is this needed? You can't do some project which is not needed only. Then they lose marks in the objective. So that is, you have to be very careful about selecting what objective you have for the thing. And the references and review, again, we have given explanation. What are the relevant research articles, newspaper, magazines, all the net information. And you have to get in the exhaustive, it is very important that you give the credit. If somebody does give you something, you have to give the credit. You can't show it as your own finding. It is somebody has done this research and somebody's result is this. Give the credit to those who have done the research. That is very essential. Okay, exhaustive research work, and then appropriation of the choice method. It should be structured. It should be you could have group discussions. You have to a perception test, case study analysis, anything. Any test is possible. Anything. It's not only questionnaires. Here they have done a questionnaire survey. You can see that, and they have also done some interviews, and they've got some mails and given things. And whether the choice of the research is whatever the questions you are asking, whether they are the method is relevant or not, we have to check. So here there is some samples are given. What are the number of students who are recite Gita every day before start of the class? So it could be observation as a method. So somebody goes and observes in 9th standard only, out of 40, only 10 are chanting. If the question is whether the students are reciting Gita every day, then you have to, can be an observation, can be a method. What do students who recite and do not recite Gita every day before the start of the class immediately thereafter? So it is an unstructured research possible. So you can think of whatever research is possible according to as your objective. And how do you apply? It cannot be, questionnaire cannot be too long, or it cannot be too short. It could be leading, and inappropriately it cannot be added. You know, sometimes you ask questions and you say, ask them to write yes or no, but then it will not be appropriate. You are choosing of the answers, you are making yes or no, or true or false, or it could be majority of times, many times, whatever you are, sometimes, like that. You can, it has to be very, it can be haphazard forms if you don't choose it properly. Sample size interview of about 30. 30 is always said that it is very structured. Questionnaire also, at least observation you should do minimum of 100 people. 30 for the surveys. And if you're doing a questionnaire, these are all structured. We are actually spoon feeding the schools. Do this way, you will get the research completed. Data tabulation, how you can tabulate the data, whether it is analytical, quality of the analysis, how you are tabulating. All of this is very, very important. Interpretation, whether the interpretation comes from the analysis, you can't write on your own. 50 people are saying we can't speak, and you can't write that all of them said they can't speak. You have to, in line with the graph, in line with the findings, you can write. And then actionable insight is a very important part of the research. Whether the entire research may become waste unless you get some actionable points. If you get some actionable points, then you can say it should be aligned to the Chinmaya vision also. Chinmaya vision, you know that it can be intellectual development, it can be mental development. You can say, well, why do children have fear before exams? Fine, because you're working on the mental development of the child. Finding out reasons, what happens to them, why that fear comes and why they are not able to perform well. So that is, you can choose topics which is embedding things on the Chinmaya Vision program. What are the limitations of the research? As I told you, you can say the sample size could be done, or sometimes children don't answer properly. Sometimes children vaguely write the answers. That could be a limitation. And any kind of a limitation is there, you can write. Like even now you are doing it with the online, everything is going online. That itself could be a limitation, because some children, parent might have said what they are saying. It may not be a very true response children have given. That. And then suggestions, how can you go further for a research work? It should also be mentioned. So this is about the complete thing of how you can do the research. Now I wanted to ask questions. Unless you ask questions in the chat box, you can put it, then we can get the thing. So anything, you can take up any subject. Can you quickly think of problems and whatever you have, and you think what is a scope of any topic that you think is possible? You can write it in the chat box. Let me see how well you are able to think on that line. Which you showed me some problems in your own schools. Apart from the problems, you can do, it could be on your own. It could be on your own subject. It could be on something else. If you are interested in music, you can write about music is can music be used as a tool for calming the mind, something like that. You can take up, or you can talk about the Western music and the Indian music, which has got more the soothing effect. Anything can be a research question. Please explain literature review. So just hold on before you write the topic. Let me explain this question, because this the chat box is I want to have the chat box full. I have an experience in doing research already. I presented, very good, fantastic. So you have done PhD, then you should participate in Samshodhan and guide people in that thing. And of course, we can check plagiarism. We have a plagiarism software. We do check with that also. And what is literature review? Anybody would like to answer that? Sir, this is Prem Raj Loganathan. Where are you, sir? Can I unmute you? Would you like to answer? Where's Prem Raj? 1 minute. Yeah. Sir, can you speak? Prem Raj, sir? I'm asking you to unmute.
Yes, yes. Hari Om, ma'am.
Yeah. What is the literature review that they are asking? They want
So literature of yes, ma'am. So based on our topic, we have to find out the research paper, and we have to go through all the methodology what the author already have been studied, and then we have to conclude. That means we already have some idea, and just have to correlate with their idea and sync out, ma'am.
Very
so
good.
Based on that, we have to write it. That's all.
You know, when first thing what we do, I can tell you what I do, how do I work in CARS. First, first I have done this presentation about 2-3 years back, and as the new teachers come, we show it to them. And then I tell them, you form your own groups. It's not the science teachers should work together, maths teachers should work together, any group. I suggest them to form groups and do. I have not encouraged individual study. If somebody wants to do, they can do an individual research. I tell them, you think of some problems and come. And then I tell them, I give them 2-3 days time and then ask them to send me a synopsis or an abstract. What is that they're going to research? Abstract on what is that they are going to research. So now is saying why students have fear of mathematics. So that is the topic. They write it. Say 3-4 teachers together, they write. We all of us, 5 of us, we do not allow more than 5 people normally because too many people, you know, it won't work. So 5 people is an ideal size. So they write these. We 5 are going to do a topic on why students have fear of mathematics. Then I call them and then I tell them, go through all the research material done on maths phobia. So they Google and find out, so they read some books and find out, they get idea what is maths phobia basically is and why it happens. And a lot of people would have done some people would definitely have done research on that, connected with the topic at least. It may not be the same topic. They find out all of that, but they write down the links where all they went, Google link, this book I studied, this I did, and then that is called as literature review, because you are already have, somebody has done the work, you are getting that idea, and then you are starting your work. So that is called as literature review. Literature review means you go through the literature already available on the topic that you have chosen. Any topic it can be. It could be anything. And go through that literature. You go and Google, you will get, or you may get some book. The Google can also give you some books on these chapters which has been already done. You can take put your hands on that book and read it. Online books can be read. Online research works are available. You have to utilize the net properly, and you will see that anything you write, you will get comments on it, views on it, reviews on it. It's all available. And only thing is, you have to note down. You have to give the credit in the bibliography, and you write it. Yes, these are the things I reviewed. These are the contents I did. And it should be reliable. It should be authentic and all of that. That is what is called as the literature review. So that is about the literature review. And then science concepts learned, not followed in daily life. Yes, a beautiful topic. Why are they not following science concepts in life? But they know these concepts very well. Not just science, anything you see, you can use that as that. How effective was online classes? So that's again another point I would like to tell you. It is for you to find out how effective was online classes. The moment online classes get closed, then you are not going to get solutions based on it. So you think about it. I mean, two, three teachers did that also as a topic. Physical education teachers did last month the topic in CARS, the physical education teachers took, why online classes, physical education online classes were not effective. That was a topic they chose and they did that work. They got some solutions also. They asked children also. The children also said, this is what we did not like simple exercises. You could have music with us. They got a lot of ideas and suggestions. But these will be used only if they continue with the online classes. If the school opens up, then it's not going to be of use. So you can think about it. It's okay. It's a very good topic. How effective was online classes? Why teachers are struggling with online techniques? It's a very beautiful topic. Why we are not digitally so, savvy, tech savvy, then the youngsters are so tech savvy. Today, children are so fast with your mobile phone. You give your mobile phone, they do wonders. We don't know. We know only simple things. But children are very tech savvy. And, we attended a session recently and I could see the technology that was used by very, very senior principals. As I felt ashamed. I said, I need to work on it. They used Mentimeter. They used Kahoot. And we were asked to give our views. And then everything was graded. Everything, the charts were coming up. I said, my God, I have to work on my technology. So the teachers are struggling with online techniques, or it could be adults as a whole. We have online problems. You can take it. It's a very beautiful topic. Online classes, problems other than connectivity. Yes, okay, you can take that. Many, ma'am, if desired results are not satisfactory, can the same be taken up again? Yes, you can take it up again. If the research are not taken, you can extend it by another 2 weeks, 3 weeks time and do the survey, another kind of a survey and work it up. We can check the microbes community in our schools, in our school premises. Prem Raj Loganathan. Yes, you can take it up. You can work on that. How the increasing is that what you're talking about? I'm sure. I think so. So that you can see how to check the growth of all of that. That is very good. And Vicky Velayudham, everyone. You want to say something, sir? Vicky Velayudham? Can I? You're asking. Okay, I'll allow you to speak. You can speak. Anybody else want to speak? You can tell me. I can open it up and you make it very clear. Whatever we are going through today, I'm expecting some results from out of this meeting. This 1.5 hours meeting, Mr. Vicky Velayudham, sir, I have allowed you to unmute. You can unmute and speak.
Yeah, hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, after explaining about literature review, that Prem sir explained.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm an English major. And
yeah.
I did my MPhil and my thesis, now it was in English and Foreign Language University.
Okay.
So I want to explain that literature review. That's it.
It's not clear, sir. What do you say?
Actually, I want to explain what the literature review is about. But Prem sir explained it well. Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, he explained it very well.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Yeah. And then you have the internal lethargy in students and later have fear. Why science students are not opting for pure sciences as a career? Students are very active in the class, in the online class, madam. Okay, thank you. Exploring the interpersonal skill of higher secondary school students. Yeah, whether they are community. You have to have a very clear objective, why you are doing. And then, accordingly, you can frame the question. Sometimes, when they come to me with the question, I say, what will you do with this? After this, what? How will you? So then they understand, oh, okay. Then when we discuss it you must discuss it with your people. Then you will realize that some of the topics do not have a scope for research.
It's 3 o'clock.
Be very careful about choosing the topic. Soft skill the improvement for teachers, soft skill development for teachers. Of course, you can take. Nowadays, why children are fond towards westernization? Yes, they're leaning towards. It's a very beautiful topic. Shankara Parvati to ma'am, you can take it up. You can really do it. It's a very beautiful topic. Why children are emulating the Western style and not taking up their own original thing? What is the reason? So accordingly, you have to have the objective. And then why are you saying this? It is the very fact you are writing in the chat box. You have observed something, right? You feel today, off late, today children are leaning too much of westernization. They don't like Indian classical music. They don't like Indian classical thing, or they don't even follow culture. They adapt foreign culture, Western culture. So I thought I will do a research. That is the first step. The need, the background of the study, why you are doing this topic is that. And then the teacher trainer, heal thyself first. Okay, Rajesh Kumar Sharma, why are students not able to relate theoretical concepts properly in life? In Google Scholar, you can get a lot of ideas. Whatever you are doing a topic, you post it in Google Scholar, you will get you get a lot of review materials will be available. It is said by Dr. Deepa Murugeshan is saying that. That's thank you so much, ma'am. Rote learning was a competency-based education. Fantastic, fantastic topic. Why? Because children are now today by hearting things. How to update ourselves in the present generation? Yes, it's a beautiful topic. Academic performance deteriorated in online classes. I agree completely. the honesty went away, right? All the online classes, online assessments, we had a ride. The children, took a ride of honesty. They did, I don't know, whatever, how they answered the papers, we don't know. And hyperactive children in the primary classes, gender error in Hindi language, very beautiful. I tell you, that's what you can go beyond only your school level. You can speak about the language, which, and it's having technical difficulties in that. What is the view of students at senior secondary section on dissolving streams under a national education policy? The view of students, very beautiful. You can ask children the various views about it, whether they like the policy or not. What do they think about mother tongue learning? You can ask them. Policy is now come back. They are saying all mother tongue policy. So what do the children feel about it? They are talking about vocational services. They are saying internship for students. You can take anything. And quality versus quantity, initial lethargy, later finding difficult. I don't know what that mean by that. Ganeshan sir, Durai Chandran, positive impact of gaming on academics. Positive or negative, I don't know. You have to think about it. The gaming has negative impacts also. So you have to be careful when you're choosing it. I don't know. If you have a lot of positive impact can be shown up, you can take it up. Slow achievers could not get marks, finding out the reasons. Why slow achievers are not able to get marks. Do we need grades in modern education? Perfectly fine. Consciousness on sustainable lifestyle practices. Very beautiful. Then you have, why is social science the most neglected? Brilliant topic. That somebody did it. This has come from Rajalakshmi Sudhakar ma'am. I totally agree with you. We need to do this. Children don't want social science. In Coimbatore, there's not one school which is offering history or history in the 11th and 12th standard classes. There's nobody studying that. Everybody wants to do math, science, or go for commerce because they want to become CA. So why social science is not being studied by people? Why is it's not chosen as a career option? See, tomorrow morning I'm doing once we did with the schools, we are doing one orientation program on the IAS Academy, which we did it for our school children. Now for the colleges we are doing. You study BA economics or history, you can take up civil service examinations very beautifully. So nobody wants to do that. They are really going into sciences and all of that. Role of language in personality development, fantastic. How changing our lifestyles affect our overall health. It's a brilliant topic. I don't know who is Galaxy A51. I would like to have the names, not Galaxy and all that. But anyway, it's a very beautiful topic. Whoever has mentioned that. And many times teachers proceed with predetermined solutions. Could you please explain how this can be avoided? Yes, it's a very beautiful thing, Vijayalakshmi ma'am, you're asking this question. Because we decide on whatever the cases are earlier, so we go by that, and we are going on ahead with our already preconceived assumptions that we are going ahead in science. See, you think that maths phobia, many people have maths phobia, that's all. Maths people, these people, those who are good in literature, language, they can't do maths. They have logical approaches that are needed for maths. We think like that, but it changes completely. We can see that one teacher can make a difference, one way of the strategy can make a difference. So we proceed with predetermined solutions, so that has to be stopped. You have to go and invent it and find out what is the new solution in the present context. In the present context, how do you think? See, the first and foremost, I will tell you one thing. We think teachers are teaching and children are learning. That itself is a wrong notion. Children are learning on their own. That itself is a wrong notion. That is why we want to complete syllabus. We want to finish portion. We want to write. We are not doing anything additional. We are not giving any scope for any exploration, any research, anything, because we are thinking finishing syllabus is what is very important. That is a preconceived notion that we have. It's not needed. Children will study on their own. You do your best and give them all the inputs on how they can investigate. I'm sure Vijayalakshmi ma'am, would you like to say something about it? You have asked this question.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I would, because after having done a few research, taken up a few research projects in our school, this was one common problem that I always found, because whether it's not very intentional, but unintentionally also teachers have certain opinions. So the answer for this problem could be only this. But I feel that we have to go into a collection of data, like how you showed us in the beginning. Like questionnaires can be administered. There could be interviews can be held. You can interact with, you can get opinions from others, and then we find out what could be the reasons, what could be the solution. So the solutions and reasons have to emerge as part of your research, and not you decide what is the cause and not you decide what is the solution. So this is one pitfall very often I find teachers falling into. So I thought you could highlight upon that, because most of the time we think that we know the answer. We know why it is happening. So, but then as you very rightly said, it could be totally contradictory and different from what we've been all the time thinking. Like, for example, you talked about maths phobia that we did in our school. And I told the questionnaire was framed in such a way, certain areas were totally avoided. I said, don't worry, you include the teacher element also into it. Maybe the teacher has not taught you well, or maybe there is some problem with the teaching learning process. So that also has to be included. If you totally avoid that question in the questionnaire, you will never ever get into the real problem.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, ma'am. It's absolutely true. I agree with you completely. And you know what? We had also taken up this kind of a work on about mathematics especially. And brilliant things came out from children. When we did the survey, the teachers, my teacher doesn't like me. That's why I'm not doing well. This is what the child survey answer was. Because we have a tendency to see only the child cannot do. We decide, we sealed the learning process for children. And you know, we started giving customized question papers. I'm telling you, I have tried it out honestly in the school till 5 to 8 standard. We try it out. A 5th standard child who finds it difficult in mathematics, we give him an easy paper. Everybody was surprised when I said that, can we try that? I said, please try it and check it out. Don't worry. By the time he came to 7th standard, he was doing better than the other children. Even the marks that we are giving, what is going to happen with the 5th standard if you give a different easy paper? Nothing is going to go wrong. You can try out. That came out as a research finding for us. And they wanted to play math games. So we put in as many games into possible. We made all kinds of stuff, whatever children said in that, and you changed the scene completely. No longer children have maths phobia because they know what they are doing. Yes, going higher, maybe some children would prefer to do language than mathematics. That's a different thing. But till 10th standard, we want all children to do all subjects, right? So there's no point in having a phobia and working on it. And here I have so many topics have come. This is only proving that you're all capable of thinking so well. I've already proved that you're capable of thinking. You're coming out such fantastic topics. Can examination alone justify students' potential? Yes, you find out from students what they have to say. You will see, you will get a completely different insight into the whole idea of examinations at all. Completely, you will get a different idea. Children do not want to write, especially higher class children. Why? You find out from them. Why are they not writing? Do a research. Ask them, what do they want? Why are they not writing? And then you will see, you will get a new insight into it and then work out. Health impact of online classes, children, all of this. There are so many ideas have come. In spite of introduction of environmental studies, why it is not having an impact on children. Find out. Frame your questions appropriately. Your question objective, the question is the objective of your research work. We call it as a research question. That has to be very, very clearly framed so that everything should be connected to that. You are finding out the need also should be connected to that. Why you are asked that question, why you want to find answer for that, and what is the method you are going to use, and what are the survey questions. Questions have to be framed. You know, we had one very interesting research done by a group of teachers 2 years before. And that was a question was, in Chinmaya International School, children stay in a boarding school and big amount of values are given in the school. We give a lot of values. What is the impact of the values given in the school after children leave the school? That was the research work taken. We conducted a survey of about 80 alumni. And the questions were framed in such a way, very beautifully they framed it. They framed it, you know, what is the best thing you liked in CARS? Some children said, yes, breakfast, dinner, all that also came. Some said Aarti, some said this, some said that, all of that, it came. But the majority of them said that the spiritual values that were given in the school. You can do it for our own day schools also. You can ask the alumni and ask them, what is the best in that? And we had asked questions like, would you recommend CARS if someone else wants to join the school? 99% said, yes, we would strongly recommend. So you see, it has made an impact on them. They are saying values is the best thing I like in the school, and they want to recommend the school. And they say, and then how do you find yourself different in the society when you are faced with challenges? They say very clearly, I am able to take clear decisions. I'm able to have a clarity. I don't get stressed out because somebody says something. So the questions have to be framed in such a way to address that, and then you can really handle it. There's a lot of questions that come. How to handle children who are having maths phobia? Yes, again, stigma to judge students by their marks. That stigma has to go from Chinmaya education, Chinmaya Vidyalaya teachers. We should not have that. Lack of environment, life skill development, consistency in education policies, views of students, training on crisis management, all of that. Mark scoring, but lacks practical knowledge and all of that. Children do not want to write, and there are so many things children faced in the teaching learning processes during pandemic time. Why children lack application knowledge? Because we are not stressing on the application in the classrooms. Probably that will come out as an emerge as a result. The more you show application, the more they will also be able to connect it with that. Making aware of them about Ayurveda in the present scenario. You can take it up, definitely. It's also a very beautiful topic. All of this is together. I can post all of this. I can give you the evaluation criteria. I can send you a sample project if you want. But at the end of it, I want you to take it up in your schools. Don't just leave it as a session that you attended. If the senior teachers are attending, you make a session to your rest of the staff members. And these 5 teachers in each school, at least together, you can take one project, one research program. We are in the month of March. By June, I should get a confirmation that you are taken up this project. Any hand-holding exercise you need, we are willing to help you. Don't worry. At every step, we are there. Over phone, I can conduct talk. You can come on Zoom and online. I can guide you this topic, how you have to do the survey, how all of that. I don't mind giving any kind of support or help that is needed. We have people among ourselves. Our Virugambakam school does it, takes up research very often. Vijay Lakshmi ma'am is there. Anna Nagar also is there. I could see Gauri Lakshmi ma'am was also there. Palakkad schools also take up things. And Coimbatore schools have just started taking up research work. We have people. They send 1 or 2, but they're not consistent also. I want them to be consistent. Every alternative year, at least 5 projects should come from a school. Then you see that we are leaders. I tell you, I have to say this. I was in a CBSE assignment for 6 days training program. I was attending. I was going through that training program. And they asked us to post about what are the things that are done for a vision component. I posted this. I said Samshodhan work is taken up by our teachers. We give the certificates and we give all of this, and the research is carried out by teachers and all of that. They said, this is brilliant. How come you are so proactive? This is all going to come now, and you have already started. Your Chinmaya Vidyalayas are already proactive. So why not about 7 schools are doing, 80 schools are not doing? That's my concern. That is why I said, let me talk to the teachers and inspire them to see that you can take up. It is going to do a lot of good to you. I assure you about it. It's not going to do any harm to you. It is going to do a lot of good. And I think you should think about it. And send us if you need any help, you send us what support you need from us. I can give you that support. If at all something is needed from our level, we can give that. And I also want to show you finally how we go about giving the certificate. What is the certificate that teachers get, and what is the grades that are given to school. We give them as A grade and A+ grade. A+ is excellent, and this is the certificate. This is a very good value to you. If you see that the utility of this is very good, you have done a Samshodhan certificate. We give so and so has participated, and Swarupanandaji himself signs the certificate, and we issue it to the teachers. A+ is excellent. A is excellent. B is good. C is fair, and this is research. And we write the topic also in the certificate. We do that. Okay, these are the few things. Now I request Priyanka, please post in the chat box. Can you post the attendance? We are going to issue certificates for all the participants for this also, so that we have a track of. I appreciate it because it's not an entertainment show that we could show videos and all of that. It's a very purely communication of some knowledge to all of you. So Kalpana, our office has posted the attendance form. You click on it and you can fill it in. And then any other question you have, we can do. I can take it. Otherwise, we can close with this. It's a very brief meeting we wanted to have with you. And let me know whether it was useful. Please let me know whether this is useful. How many of you are going to take it up? Let me see some commitment in the chat box. You can click the link and fill the attendance form. Your certificates, e-certificates will be sent to all of you. We are sending it by Monday. You will get the certificates. You're not able to open the link. Only cut paste. Priyanka, you should put only the link. It says we need permission. Oh my God. Doesn't need, it just needs permission. Yeah, it opens. Are you able to open now? What I have posted? No, ma'am. Okay, then we'll send it to you. Priyanka, you have to share it with everybody so that they're able to do the link. Thank you. So we'll send you the attendance link. Attendance was mainly because we want to know whether all those registered attended it or not, or some did not come. That is the reason I want, but it's a good response. We have almost 300 people, 293 people attending it. Thanks for your support. Whatever we do, you give your support. That makes it all the more meaningful for all of us. Together, let us do together a lot of things, and I'm sure it's going to do a lot of good to you. Okay? Thank you so much. So let's close with the closing prayer. Link has opened now. Yeah, you can just fill it in. Only because I wanted to know how many of them are not attending. Thank you. Hari Om. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you. Thank you all once again. Thank you. Thank you so much.